your Precision 18 forecast. News 18. Weather from where you live.
Well, there's your big heat wave right in this area, and on the periphery, it's the ring of fire pattern. We also call these storm complexes ridge riders because they're riding the periphery of the ridge, the periphery of the really intense heat. And you can see the watches and the warnings, the clusters, the bows of severe storms from Des Moines, Iowa, all the way to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And they're mainly tracking north of our area, and then they kind of ride the ridge down towards Ohio. But what you got to watch in these situations are the tail ends. We're very capped right here, but the tail ends of these storms and also their outflow boundaries. Outflow boundaries are rain, cool air that's surging out of the storm. Because remember, ahead of this, I mean, it was 97 degrees today. So when you put 70s rushing out from these storms, it acts like a little mini cold front, and that can pop new storms. So we'll watch the tail ends and the outflow boundaries from these storms because they might be enough to overcome the cap and bring a few storms tonight. So I think through the evening, through tonight, I'm going to keep it at 30% coverage for storms, and any storm that could develop, given how hot and unstable it is, could produce an isolated severe wind gust. And tomorrow, a couple storms, few storms in the morning, can't completely be ruled out. And we're going to see another one of these little boundaries surge from a complex of storms southward. And when you combine that with a high of 95, you're looking at storms. 45% coverage. Can't rule out a couple or a few severe gusts from just the sheer magnitude of the heat and instability that we're going to have in place, with heat indices for Greater Lafayette up around 108 and heat indices on Thursday about 106 with a high of 93. A little patchy fog in the morning, and then again some scattered storms can't be ruled out on the tail ends of storms to our north during the afternoon. Highs tomorrow, heat's a continued weather story. 92 to 97 for the high. Heat index peaking 104 to 116. And I really think the heat index, when all things are considered, it's going to peak about 103, 104 to about 116 for the week. And the highest heat indices would tend to be for tomorrow. And then we look to Thursday, and you can see highs 90 to 95 and that heat index 97 to 111. 18 PRECISIONCAST. Again, this model brings some storms in, some this evening and some overnight, right in through the area, and perhaps a few even tomorrow racing through the area as well. Again, we're kind of on the tail ends of these lines coming through, so be aware of the storm risk kind of off and on at times. And each time we get some storms, at least it will cut the heat just a little bit. And even on Thursday, I think we're going to have some storms around the area. And keep in mind, whether it be tonight, whether it be tomorrow, whether it be Thursday, any storm can produce a severe gust given how hot and unstable it really is. And I'll have a new blog post up on this coming up later on this evening. 95 tomorrow, 93 Thursday. Not as many storms Friday. I went isolated storms Friday, maybe an isolated storm or two Saturday and Sunday, mainly just dry and really hot. Heat indices exceeding 100. Cold front finally comes through late Monday night with some storms, then cooler on Tuesday and dry.